making his way to the ring in the long line of legendary wrestlers to come from West Texas, from the Funks to the Murdochs, and now to Aaron Harms making his way to Central Texas tonight here in Rysdale, here for Flatline.
Aaron Harms, an incredibly impressive professional athlete. He's going to be facing off against a veteran in this sport, that being the Perfect Storm, Tim Storm. Ladies and gentlemen, the Perfect Storm, Tim Storm, making his way down to ringside here tonight. Former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. Won that championship all the way back in Sherman, Texas. Another place which you and I are very familiar with, Texoma Pro Wrestling. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship was decided at that time. And of course, Tim Storm was the man to hold it and represent the National Wrestling Alliance with great pride. Tonight, he brings those same skills he utilized to become NWA World Heavyweight Champion all the way to Heart of Texas Wrestling to take on Aaron Harms.
He beat former NWA champion Jax Dane in the building. That Jax won the championship in Sherman, Texas, as you mentioned, but tonight here in Rysdale, no longer the NWA champion, perhaps no longer the man to get the job done. A young upstart, excuse me. I'm a bit tongue-tied tonight. The action has already been hot and heavy. Aaron Harms is the kind of young upstart that Texas wrestling needs. What's Tim Storm doing?
Well, Tim Storm, he wants to hear it one more time. There is nothing like the reactions from these Rysdale, Texas fans.
Just because they like Tim Storm is no reason to keep Aaron Harms waiting. Nobody's getting paid by the hour here. You get the job done inside the squared circle. You might like these fans, but celebrate with them after you get the job done.
Words of advice from Diamond Jim, but tonight, Tim Storm, as we said, former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, former NWA National Champion, North American Champion. Tim Storm is going to be taking on Aaron Harms, definitely a newcomer to the professional wrestling game in comparison to that experience which Tim Storm does hold. However, two very beloved individuals here tonight in Rysdale, Texas. And look at this, Aaron Harms has seemingly become so inspired by the Perfect Storm that he has gone to go make a connection personally with all of these fans here in Rysdale. How beautiful.
Might be learning, he might be playing mind games. You know, sometimes you do things like this, you stretch out some time, you build your game plan. Aaron Harms, he's going in there against a very experienced competitor. Tim Storm, he probably has his game plan pretty well thought out. This is a great opportunity for Harms to figure out what he's going to do with the former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
And you might be right about that. Tim Storm now graciously allowing Aaron Harms back into the ring.
All right, let's roll. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Aaron Harms has gone on record to say that he was incredibly inspired by the Perfect Storm himself to become a professional wrestler, a professional athlete. Witnessing the career of Tim Storm, the rise which he has made across the National Wrestling Alliance and all across this great country. Aaron Harms decided to take it upon himself to become a star just like Storm himself. And what a moment this must be for Harms to be able to face off against a legend like the likes of Tim Storm tonight.
An opportunity to face one of your heroes. It doesn't come along every day. So if Aaron Harms wants to take advantage of this opportunity, he's got to capitalize. He's got to beat.
He told me today, not joking, he told me today that his first live wrestling event when he was 7 years old, he watched me wrestle. Now look at me now.
It's heartwarming, isn't it, Stuart?
It definitely is, James.
But that's kind of cool, though, right?
You feel that warm feeling deep down in the cockles of your heart.
Yeah, right in the cockles. Color number tie-up now between Tim Storm and Aaron Harms. Storm forcing Harms back into the corner. Now we might have some heartfelt moments here in this matchup in a Heart of Texas wrestling ring. But you're always going to get the same great professional wrestling action.
You know what a heartfelt moment is, Walker?
What's a heartfelt moment, James?
A big chop across the chest. It can stop your heart if it needs to. And that's exactly what Tim Storm should have done if he really wants to beat this rookie. If he really wants to show he's still the big man walking tall in Texas.
There is heartfelt, and then there is heart feeling. Tim Storm, he's definitely going to be reaching for the heart of Aaron Harms here tonight. Really going to be testing the heart of Aaron Harms in this same matchup. Does Aaron Harms have what it takes to take on the legends such as Tim Storm and walk away with a victory? What a moment that would be.
It would be great, but he's going to have to throw away the sentimental feelings he might have towards Tim Storm. Yes, he's a hero. Yes, he's a legend. Yes, he's one of the finest professional wrestlers to come out of Texas in a long, long time. But you can't let that 7-year-old kid tell you what to do in that ring. You have to let the full-grown athlete out and beat the man. You get nothing for saying you lost to the former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Tim Storm. Yeah, you and several thousand other people.
You're right about that one. Tim Storm, of course, victorious many a time in his career. But sometimes just a competitive matchup could be the game changer in your career. It could put you on the map, whether you walk away with the victory or the loss. But the truth is, James, you know Aaron Harms is going to be looking for that victory here tonight. That is going to propel him much further up the ranks than a loss would.
I think you can do a better job than I am right now.
And more importantly, it'll get him the bigger payday, and that's what it's all about. You say you go out there, you lose, you learn, but guess what? Learning doesn't pay the bills.
Older wrestling.
Tim Storm, ever the comedian. You know, Tim Storm, he happens to be well aware of the fact that he is not the same professional athlete that he used to be 15, 20 years ago. He's a man who has definitely had to change his in-ring style in order to keep up with these younger cats such as Aaron Harms. However, you have to commend Tim Storm on being able to do so, to become adaptable and to still maintain a victorious streak here in the year of 2022.
Without a doubt, he's adapted, he's changed, but nonetheless successful. Still a very, very well-respected, well-accomplished. Without a doubt, the win column still racks up day by day for Tim Storm. I mean, the man held the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship for well over a year. The man, he's very well skilled in that ring. He knows how to beat you down in many, many ways. And Aaron Harms is finding that out, and he's trying to apply his own brand of professional wrestling in there against the perfect storm.
We're definitely going to see a clash of styles. Aaron Harms, he definitely is the quicker of the two opponents, but Tim Storm definitely the more crafty of the two men inside the squared circle. Signature combo, the cover here, and only a 2 count. Aaron Harms still finds a way to kick out of that one.
Very resilient is this West Texas kid from Midland, kicking out from the perfect storms. As you said, a signature combination from Tim. Might be seeing another one of those there as he's off the ropes. That boot right to the side of the head, perhaps scrambling Aaron Harm's brain here.
Tim Storm, you see the way he's shoving that knee directly into the back, stretching the arms, the pectoral muscles. The shoulders, you have to know that those have to be feeling every bit of this. Tim Storm, though, has to maintain it. Aaron Harm's powering out. Shots to the gut of Tim Storm. Off the ropes goes Harms.
Getting his second wind here tonight. Knocking the spit out of Tim Storm, literally and figuratively.
And I was just about to call for the cover, but it was too close to call, or too quick to call. Tim Storm manages to kick out. And we talked about signature combinations all night.
A little tribute to the Dream here. Opening Harms up with a punch. Dropping him with that last one. Don't get up. It might be better to stay down, Harms. You don't know what's coming to you when you get up.
Big bionic elbow there from Tim Storm, and you have to imagine that Aaron Harms wishes he had a bionic forehead so he didn't have to feel every bit of that impact.
He would change it if he could, and if you will. Tim Storm in control here. Can he capitalize? Perhaps not the time to be asking Harms if he's okay. He seems all right to me, and it seems like he's lighting up the former champ.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it might have been a little bit disrespectful from Tim Storm, so to speak, to ask your opponent if he's okay. And you notice that fired Aaron Harms up. He said, you know what, I am okay. I'm better than okay, and you're going to see it.
The kid has a lot of heart. You got to give him that.
What are we seeing from Tim Storm here? He's going, ascending. Is he ascending to the top rope?
I have never seen Tim Storm climb the ropes in my life. He was just putting on a show for the people in Rysdale, I guess. Perhaps the perfect Storm getting a bit cocky here. Perhaps he thinks he has Aaron Harms put away, but we've seen Harms continue to fight back.
You might be right about that one, James. Tim Storm, he's taking this at a much slower pace than usual. It's like he's taking the time to soak in this moment with the Riesel, Texas crowd. Storm now, Irish whip out of the corner. Aaron Harms reverses. Storm set in. Catches him with the shoulder block. Really just two collisions of the chest. Kick to the stomach now. Catches him with it. Hooking the leg into the suplex with the bridge into the pin. What a beautiful bridging pinning combination that was, James.
Excellent bridge there up on the neck and shoulders. Trying to hold Tim Storm down. Gotta get to their feet though. The vertical base has seemingly made all the difference in this contest so far. Trading blows here like a bar fight on a Rysdale Saturday night.
Off the ropes goes Harms. And Tim Storm collides with Harms, executing a perfectly executed lariat. Storm now. Oh, tries to go for the boot. He's hit it once before. Going for the schoolboy. His Harms to cover, and only a 2 count once again. Tim Storm barely finding enough to kick out of that one. And I think that Aaron Harms is starting to develop a little further. Aaron Harms is starting to learn, study, and find ways to reverse the playbook of Tim Storm.
Because Tim Storm has taken Harms lightly. We saw him giving Harms a moment to come back, a moment to think about the game plan. Think about what Tim Storm just did to him and ways he can reverse it. There's been opportunities where Tim Storm could have put Aaron Harms away, and he hasn't.
Tim Storm is calling for Aaron Harms to get back to his feet. And Aaron Harms does, much to the chagrin of Storm. Spinebuster, the cover, 2, and no!
Spine on the pine for Tim Storm. Aaron Harms, this has been the biggest flurry he's had in quite a while. Can he capitalize on it? Raining down forearms now.
And catch them with the eye of the storm. The cover here from Tim, and that has got to be it.
There's no surviving the eye of the storm. It won him the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, and it picked him up a win over a very impressive newcomer here to Hot Pro Wrestling in Aaron Harms.
And a showcase of respect between these two men, a dream accomplished for Aaron Harms. But you have to know that dream is going to have an asterisk next to it, as Aaron Harms did not manage to pick up the victory from Tim Storm.
Oh, here comes the big man walker.
Wait, what is Sam Stackhouse?
Here comes Stackhouse.
Wait a minute. James.
Nearly 500 pounds of behemoth, of gargantuan, of monster, of a man who's gonna kill Aaron Harms in that ring tonight.
And wait a minute, Tim Storm has made his way back to the squared circle. Shots and shots on Sam Stackhouse, the 500-pound Leviathan.
But the big man isn't even rocked. Unfazed is Sam Stackhouse.
And unbelievable is this moment. Stackhouse, this completely unprecedented beatdown from Sam Stackhouse to Aaron Harms and now to Tim Storm. Wait a minute, that's Tommy Dean.
Tommy Dean knocking Sam Stackhouse off the apron. You know that wasn't what Sam had in mind when he came out here to lay waste to everybody in this contest. And he doesn't want any more of Tommy Dean in that steel chair, and rightfully so.
I'll see you later. I'll see you later. We ain't done, Sammy. We ain't done.